Hey friends, welcome to Life and Leisure. Today we are focusing on recovery and mental health and a leader who is turning a personal story into help for others. Joining us now is Daniel Regan. He is the CEO and founder of HealingUS Centers. Daniel, it is so great to have you.
Thank you for having me on the show today.
Yeah,
I'm so glad to be here.
It's great to have you, and I love your story. It's absolutely incredible. But for everyone at home, take us back to what inspired you to start this in that moment you had with your mom, which I think was really pivotal in everything that kind of went.
Yeah, absolutely. When anybody falls into addiction, it's not like you get better overnight, right? So I always say I went on the tour day rehab around the world. My parents didn't know what to do, so they sent me to wherever the insurance company told them to go, or a friend of a friend. So I went around the world experiencing all these different treatment centers, and what I found was that they were very cookie cutter in their approach. And by the third one, I could literally teach the class. So the last treatment center, I had a counselor that opened me up to multiple pathways to recovery. And finally I was like, I have a path, I have a way that I can make myself better. But the program ended in 28 days. And they told me basically when I was leaving that there's nothing like this out there. So good luck. And I called my mom and I was crying, and she was like, Dan, if it doesn't exist, we'll build it. And that's what we did. And it started with me at the kitchen table with my mom, building a recovery plan for me.
At what age was this?
I was 20 years old.
Okay.
Wow,
Yeah.
20 years old. Okay.
Yeah, young.
And then you took this, experience in your life, and you created this platform, Amazing Center, to help others who are going through it. How is your approach different from what other centers do?
Well, we kind of started backwards, I always say, where we created the aftercare program to treatment first. So we built a program that helps give a person a warm handoff into life after care. Clinical care is great. It's going to give you some answers and it's going to give you some tools. But until you put those tools into action, none of it really matters. We're where you put it into action. So we give you a community to belong to and fill you with passion and purpose.
You know what, on that note, let's take a closer look at HealingUS Centers and the community around it.
Addiction and mental health challenges touch every family. For many, the journey feels isolating, full of stigma, fear, and unanswered questions.
We try to offer the best quality mental health and substance abuse treatment to the clients, but also incorporating an individualized and eclectic approach. So that's what I really think sets us apart from other facilities, because while there is a way to treat certain disorders, and we all know that, we also make it so that when someone's coming in for treatment, they're getting something that's directed specifically for them.
HealingUS Centers was created to address addiction differently. Across their clinical programs, community services, and statewide advocacy efforts, the HealingUS network is closing gaps in care, strengthening families, and building a recovery-focused culture that lasts.
Equine therapy is great, just being able to be with the horses. I think it really mellows you out. I am high with anxiety and all that jazz, so I think when I'm next to the horse, I really have to find that in between. Nature is my, peaceful spot, I would definitely say.
And what do you think it is? Because you've worked with so many families, and even Nick in particular, where's the turning point? You had to convince him first to go, and then it took several attempts. Kind of what do you notice that's kind of that little bit of hope or advice or whatever it is that kind of is the turning point for the person to finally let all of this stick?
People describe it as the aha moment or the enlightenment, right? And really what it is someone finally shifts their perspective. That's what happens. They shift their perspective about their self, the world around them, life, and it's hard. You can't tell somebody to do that.
Yeah.
There's no teaching moment. They have to have an experience, an opportunity to do so and grab a hold of it.
Awesome.
Well, thank you so much. This was just truly fascinating, and we appreciate everything you're doing for so many people out there.
Congratulations.
Thank
you
you
for doing what you do.
Thank you for inviting me.
Of course.
We'll be right back.